So your job is to build a house. You're a builder. You're a one-man show. So this is our assumption, okay? I'm not really a builder. I kind of know a little bit about it. But let's just say you have to build the floor, the walls, the roof, and then everything inside. And we have to put some sort of estimation on this, okay? And the estimation that I put up there is 1 week for each stage. Okay, just for Pete's sake, if you had nothing else to do and you could do this, and if you're a construction professional here in the room and you're probably going, that's ridiculous, I'm so sorry, because there's nothing can happen in 4 weeks. But let's say you're building a really small house and this is what you can do, okay? That's a pretty small house, I know, right? Maybe it's a cardboard house, I don't know. Okay, so floor, walls, roof, interior, and each takes a week. So in 4 weeks, you have a house. That's our assumption, okay? What happens if you have to build 5 houses? Let's talk about the multitasking. So the first week, you build the foundation and the floor for all 5 houses. The second week, you build the walls for all 5 houses. The third week, you build the roof for all 5 houses. And the fourth week, you build the interior for all 5 houses. And then after 4 weeks, you have 5 houses. Come on, that sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? In this context, that sounds really ridiculous, doesn't it? Because there's no way that you can do 5 things at once. So let's talk about what really happens when we're documenting the progress of a person, a single person who's building 5 houses and is forced and tasked to build all of them at the same time, okay? The first week, he does the floor for the first house. The second week, he does the floor for the second house, then the third, then the fourth, then the fifth. So after 5 weeks, he has all the floors done. Then he does the walls for the first house, then the second, then the third, then the fourth, then the fifth. So after 10 weeks, all 5 houses have floors and walls. Then on week 11, he does the roof for the first house, then the second, then the third, then the fourth, then the fifth. After 15 weeks, we have all 5 houses have floors, walls, and a roof. Then on the 16th week, he does the interior. Now, we have to note here that after 16 weeks, he has the interior done and the first family can move in. That's what the house means, okay? Then after that, it's the second house interior, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. So after 20 weeks, we have all 5 houses built. 20 weeks, it took one person to build 5 houses based on our assumption, right? 20 weeks. And I want to make note here that if we follow this model, if an executive gives you 5 projects to do at one time, and you were to do the realistic calculations and estimations for how long it's going to take, the executive is saying, we are okay with house number 5 being built and taking 20 weeks to build. That's what they're saying. We're okay with 20 weeks. So keep that in mind. We're going to come back to that later. Now, what I have highlighted up here, again, the houses are in the same place. What I have highlighted up here is the number of weeks that the family gets to live in their house. That's the benefit, right? We build the house and the benefit comes from them actually living in it. They're realizing benefits where on the dark shaded spot up there. Now for house number 1 in the same timeline, house number 1, the family is benefiting 5 weeks. House number 2, the family is benefiting 4 weeks. 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week. And again, house number 5, we are okay with it taking 20 weeks to build. That's what we said. Now, if I were to add all of these up on the right side, the multitasking total benefit weeks adds up to 15 weeks. That's what it adds up to. If you were to add up 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, you get 15. Okay, let's talk about what happens if we don't multitask. So we do one house at a time, okay? So the builder is going to do the floor for house number 1, then he's going to do the walls, then the roof, then the interior. And after 4 weeks, on the 5th week, the first family can move in. On the 5th week, he moves over to the floor, again for house number 2, walls, roof, interior. Now on week number 9, the second family can move in, and he moves over to the 3rd house. So same thing happens again, floor, walls, roof, interior. And on the 13th week, we get the 3rd family moving in. Here's the 4th family on the 17th week moving in. and then the 5th family moving in on week 21. And remember, we're also okay with house number 5 completing 20 weeks into it. What we've done by eliminating the multitasking is we've allowed people to move in earlier. Let's take a look at this now. I've highlighted all the weeks for benefiting. Right off the bat, without even counting, you already see that's a lot more dark shaded spots than the last slide, right? Right? So the benefit that we're receiving here is that these people have moved in earlier when we're not multitasking. So I'll just add these numbers up for you just to show you. Family number 1 has a benefit of 17 weeks, 13 weeks, 9 weeks, 5 weeks. And family number 5 still only has their 1 week after week 21, okay? So if we add this up, all the dark shaded spots add up to 45 weeks. If we remember the multitasking total, it was only 15 weeks. So by doing projects one at a time, I've actually proven to you based on numbers that there's a 30-week benefit that we're having our families realize.